Well, third time recording this ought to be the charm. The past 2 times I've recorded this, the game has crashed because NVIDIA had an update to their graphics drivers that I did not download, and as a result, the game crashed in the middle of the Saint-Etienne game twice. One time we were ahead by a lot, the other time we weren't, so, it's kind of a wash. That said, since we last played, we've been on a winning streak. We've only lost 1 game, but today we're playing 2 of the tougher teams in the league in Saint-Etienne and PSG. We're going to need a lot of luck to get at least 1 point out of these next 2 games and to stay mid-table and fight for European qualification. My name's FM19, and this is the Return on Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 56. Well, it is youth intake day here at Bastia. It's not a golden generation, but we have every reason to be excited by Chardonnay Kasango, who has the potential to be one of the most gifted players to come through the youth ranks. Gaetan Carrara and Victor Obina with your coaching style. Let's view the team. I screwed up and I went too far, so we're going to have to do it this way. They're going to be the guys in blue. So, you know what? We'll just hover over them. So Victor Obina, 1-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. He's a defensive midfielder. You know what? We'll just do this. Ball-winning midfielder. Well, the physicals aren't too bad. The determination's nice. Tackling's good. Okay, he's got potential. We're not going to look at Tristan Duhat. Chardonnay Kasango. Attacking mid on the left. Winger. Wow, look at those physicals. The determination's nice. The bravery's nice. The technicals aren't too bad either. Okay, he is not far from first team. Bastien Pichon. 1.5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. As a striker, pressing forward mostly. Wow, those physicals are very good. The determination's nice. The vision and work rate's nice. Free kick taking is nice. Well, it's not a golden generation, but we definitely have some guys who can contribute. Regis Valet, another striker, pressing forward again. Again, good physicals. Well, the jumping reach is low. The mentals are the composure's nice, the determination's fabulous. Teamwork is okay, off the ball or in positioning is okay, could use some help, but okay, definitely not bad. Gaetan Carrara. Well, not horrible, but not bad either. I totally said that wrong. Not horrible, but not great, rather. And then the rest of them are just not all that good. But the one thing I do like is if you look over here at the determination, most of our better players are really, really good there. Not too shabby. Well, as things currently stand, we are in 6th place. Saint-Etienne is a point behind us. Rennes is 3 points behind. They're tied with OGC Nice. And then Caen and Lille are 4 points behind as well. PSG is running away with the Ligue, of course. They are 18 points ahead of their closest competition. If I'm doing the math right. It's late math, it's hard. I think they've almost clinched the league, believe it or not. There's still 10 games left in the season, although Olympique Marseille does have a game in hand on them. So maybe 3 or 4 more weeks and PSG will clinch. How did we get here? Well, after losing to Real Hispalis, we were away at Rennes, and we beat them 4-2 thanks to goals by Sousa, Frank, Lucien Merritt, and Marjman. We were then home against Lille, and we beat them thanks to a goal by Marin and a set-piece goal by Cristiano. We were then home against OGC Nice, and we lost this game 1-0. I'm sorry, we were away against OGC Nice. We lost this game 1-0. And this was one of those games where the stats just do not reflect the game. By all rights, this probably should have been a 3-0 game, but they had 3 woodwork hits, 2 of which were absolute bangers. but their defense was just absolutely on top today. We had 7 shots, 2 on target, but we had 5 in the area that they're calling 3 off target. And the reason they're off target is because their defense just clamped down. We hit them on the break more than once and had them on the back foot for most of the game. Yeah, they had 25 shots, 11 on target, but they weren't really put together attacks. There wasn't a lot of build up to them. It was 2 or 3 passes and then them taking a shot, or a long pass up to Dostankic or Barrow and them taking a shot, sort of thing. They got a Cyprian goal in the 74th minute, and that was enough to see them through. But this was one of those games where just the stats just do not reflect what happened on the field. We should have come away with a draw, at least from this game. We were then home against Caen, and we won 2-1 thanks to goals by Zadis and Foster. And today it's the double live com, PSG after Saint-Etienne. So I'm going to check the best 11 and set the reserves for the Saint-Etienne game, and we're going to come back with that match in just a bit. Well, Colburn is suspended this match for getting 3 yellow cards in 10 games, but we still have a strong team on the field. We're playing, and now they're calling it a 4-1-2-3, I give up. Talise is on goal, Bragado, Panzo, Cristiano, and Wilson as the defensive back 4, Soldevilla as the defensive midfielder behind Bernay and Afonso, Frank and No as the attacking midfielders with Merritt up top as the striker. Foster has one of those niggling injuries, and I just, I'm switching him and Merritt out every other game or so. Foster will come off the bench this game if he needs to. Likewise, Merrill will come off the bench next game. I might go to one of my 2 striker formations next match. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. Bragado on the throw-in, throws it long, goes right to a Saint-Etienne player. Ivanusek back to Ruiz, up to Adegana, dispossessed. Cristiano with the ball, sends it up. Marin's not going to run it down before Monte gets there. Ruiz to Filipovic, back to Veda, to Ivanusek, up to Atanga. He's challenged. Bernay steals the ball away and just gives it right back to a Saint-Etienne player. Nicholas to Ivanusek, to Ruiz. Drives forward Igbakembe to Adegana, takes the shot, but he curls it wide left. Filipovic up to Igbakembe, to Ruiz, centers it to Veda. Back to Filipovic, to Veda, to Poole. Long pass, Bragado steps in front of it, but Ruiz is going to get the ball back. Ivanusek to Ruiz, to Igbakembe, back to Ruiz. Long pass to Nicholas, who's all alone on the right. Up to Spracati, back to Veda, to Ruiz, to Ivanusek. Adegana back to Igbakembe. They're building up in front of the box. Ivanusek, Talise, a nice save, but Filipovic gets the rebound and puts it past Talise for the goal. It was a nice save by Talise. He just did not get back in time to block the second shot. There's a lot of green in that stadium. Wilson from outside the box, off the crossbar. Afonso from the right side sends it in, goes through. Marin's going to run it down. Centers it back to Afonso, and he takes the shot and puts it far post. Well done there. We practiced those this week too. Marin just sends it back to Afonso, who was left all alone. And he just, upper left corner, drills it. Yeah, okay. That's questionable, I think. Talise sends it up to Afonso. Out to No. Centers it back to Afonso. Out into space towards Frank on the left. He holds it up, crosses it in, but it's knocked down before Merrick can get to it. Soldevilla recovers the ball, though. Afonso out to Wilson. Right side of the box, back to No. He cuts towards the center, and he scores near post. Way to go, Armand. I thought Wilson was going to try and take the shot, but he sends it back to No. Split the defenders and sends it low. That was well done. Wilson on the throw into Soldevilla. To Afonso. Out to Bernade. To Marin. Cuts inside and he scores. Oh, that was a rocket of a shot. right before the half, too. It was nice ball movement. Well done, Lucian. Coming up on halftime. We started out slow, but we've picked it up. Saint-Etienne's had 8 shots, 3 on target. We've had 10 and 5, and a slight possession advantage. We're doing really well. As long as the game doesn't crash, I will be more than happy. Kickoff highlight. Afonso back to Cristiano, and it ends. Wilson from just outside the box bounces off a Saint-Etienne player on the wall and goes in for the goal. That was lucky. I will admit that. Let's see what happens here. I don't know who that is. Looks like he hit that guy in the arm and it went in. It's got to be an FM thing. Bernade with the corner kick. Adegana knocks it down, nose at the top of the box to Brigado. He hits the post and it goes outside. Veda with the corner kick in, and they get a goal off a pretty weak header by Poole. Where was Talise when that went in? Oh, Talise went for the ball. That's what happened. Poole got it. Okay, you know what? We are going to make a couple of substitutions here. Resic is going to come on for Wilson. Ponzo is going to switch with Brigado. And Medina is going to come on at the center back position. Ponzo's not the most capable left back. I mean, he can play it adequately. Bernade from outside the box. Oh, Cardinal with a nice save. Marin tries running it down, but he gets kicked out for a corner kick? It is a corner kick. Bernade sends it in. Spracati knocks it down to Resic, and the highlight ends. Frankly, if we weren't 2 goals ahead, I wouldn't be playing Ponzo with the left back position, but gives him a little bit of experience there. Bernade to Sotovia, back to Bernade, up to Marin. Rounds one Saint-Etienne player, sends it to Frank, but his cross bounces off a Saint-Etienne player, goes to Dalla, sends it up into space. No one from Leverts is there to get it. Medina to Ponzo, to Afonso. Centers it to Sotovia, who holds it up, sends it back to Cristiano. Long pass. Monty knocks it down. Marin gets it back, though. Has No on the right. He cuts inside. Takes the shot, but Cardinal collects that, no problem. You know, we're going to bring Bernade off and bring Marjman on. Make him the box-to-box midfielder. We're also going to get No off and bring Zadis on. I can't because I've already used all 3. 5 minutes left in the match. Fonzo short kicks it to Ponzo on the corner, out to Resic, to Marin, and he scores. Wow, he put some force behind that kick. Holy smokes. Whoa, he went high and the keeper went low, blew it right by his ear. Ponzo with the throw-in to Marin, who is fouled. Igbekembe is going to get sent off in the 91st minute of a 93-minute game. That's frustration right there. Dalla, corner kick in. Can't tell if it hit a player or it hit the post. But Poole has the ball, sends it back to Dubinchak, up to Spracati. And somebody fouled someone somewhere because we got a free kick out of it. Talise, up to Ronaldo. To Afonso, up to Resic, cuts inside. And that is the game. Wow, looked like we were heading for another goal there. Well, that was well done by us. 17 shots, 10 on target to their 14 and 6. We had the one Woodwork hit. We also had the possession advantage, which really helped us. You know what? Let me switch this here real quick. See any information? No, very solid game. Marin, a solid game. Everybody had a good game. Yeah, except, well, Bernade had a 6.9 and Frank had a 7.0. That's still pretty good. And that puts us in 6th place on 46 points, 4 points ahead of Saint-Etienne, which helps. I don't think we're going to be able to crawl our way up into 4th. It would take a collapse of almost epic proportions for Marseille, Lyon, or Monaco to fall out of the top 4, I think. We might be able to fight for 5th. But in order to do that, as I stretch and pop here, but in order to do that, we're going to have to beat PSG, or at least draw with them. And nobody's beaten them this year yet. We beat them last year, and it was fluky. I'll be the first to admit that. Save this now, but we will come back for the PSG game in just a bit. Well, today we are hosting PSG, and we're going with our 4-1-3-2. Toulouse in goal, Brigado, Panzo, Cristiano, Colbrun is the defensive back four, Soldevilla, Marchman, Bernade, and Afonso is the midfielders. Foster and Marin up top as the strikers. Oh, God, they've got a great team. This is going to be a tough ask. Bernade. Oh, over the crossbar. Afonso sends it in, and again we knock it over the crossbar. Oh, Marchman picked up a knock. Okay. Probably have to get him off the half. Very quiet first half. We've had 6 shots not on target so far. PSG has had 5 in one rather. Neymar sends it across the field to Benamara. Crosses it in, Mbappe's there. Toulouse, a nice save. Oramus. And the highlight ends. Yeah, we're going to have to get Marchman off at the half. Did he start the reserve game? Oh, he may have. So far, it's been a pretty close game. We've had 8 shots, 2 on target. They've had 7 shots, 3 on target. We've had a possession advantage, but it hasn't been big. Well, we're going to bring Marchman off and bring Muller on. He's primarily a defensive midfielder, but one of the reasons I also picked him up was because he's pretty adequate at all the other positions, with the exception of Mazzala, where he's a little bit better. But in this case, I've got Afonso playing the Mazzala, so I don't want 2 Mazzalas on the field. Anything else that I have to be on the lookout for? No, that's pretty much it. Oramus on the throw-in. Oh, Cristiano steps in front of Neymar, but Kessie ends up with the ball. De Jong at the Bellerin, who's all alone on the right. Crosses it in. Is that a foul? No. Ball went through. Oramus to De Jong, to Kessie, to Benarama, who takes a shot, but he skies it over the crossbar. Okay, we are at 65 minutes, so we are going to take Afonso off. Problem is, who can I bring on for him? Merlin. Who's a really good central midfielder. Who goes central midfielder support? We're going to pull Bernade off and make him... You know what, we're going to switch these guys around. Muller is going to stay... Muller's going to become a ball-winning midfielder, and Bernade is going to go to a central midfielder on... No, he's going to go Mazzala on support. We strike late. Bellerin on the throw-in. Is that a foul? I'm not a fan of this. I wish there was a way to cut this down. Okay, Toulouse. Oh, Mbappe scores. It's like his 39th goal of the season. 36th. Well, Toulouse guessed right. He just was too slow. Panzo on the throw-in to Foster. Back to Panzo. Sends it up. Brigado. Crosses it. No, he takes the shot. Far post. Oh, that was nice. That's his first goal of the season, too. Wow. Hanzo, a nice long kick up into space, chests it down. I thought for sure he was going to cross it. But no, he put it in far post. Oh, do I come off the attack? I'm going to have to come off the attack. We're going to go cautious. Safari out to Neymar, who's all alone on the right. To Sovoy. Back to Neymar. To Sovoy. Oh, Soler. Oh, it bounces off a Bastia player. It goes right past Talise. Who did that bounce off of? Back out to Neymar. Kicks it in. Oh, it went off of... is that Bernade? No, that can't... They're calling it a Soler goal, but it really wasn't. It deflected off one of my guys. 5 minutes left. Going to the attack. Okay, a couple minutes left. Going to the very attacking. 5 minutes of extra time. Neymar on the free kick. Taps it to Soler. Drives forward. Out to Aramis on the right. He cuts in. Colbert knocks it away, but Soler's going to run it down. Kessie. Out to Neymar, all alone on the left. Cuts inside the box, bounces it off a player, and that is the game. Oh. Well, we had our chances. The stats really don't show it. 9 shots, 3 on target. They're 14 and 6, but we definitely had our chances. We made them earn it, and I'm happy with that. 3 goals within 10 minutes of each other. 71st, 75th, 77th minute. Yeah. We are 3 points ahead of OGC Nice, though. That helps. Fall late defeat. You get past this. Who's Pulis after? Yeah, Bristol City's been after Marshman. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We're 3 points behind Lens. And 10 points behind Lyon. So yeah, it's going to take some doing. PSG's already qualified for European football. That's a given. You know, we're going to come back for the Monaco game. And then end the season at Troyes and a recap. So around the Monaco game, that should tell us where we stand really well, because we've got Lens and then Monaco. So chances are we could move past Lens and secure 5th spot. And depending on what happens up in here, maybe squeak into 4th. I doubt it, though. 10 points. We've got 10 games to make up 10 points. That's going to be a real tough ask. 2 really good games today, though. A nice victory against Saint-Etienne, and, well, there's no such thing as a good loss, I think, but we made PSG work for it, which is something they really haven't done a lot this season. If we look at their schedule, 4-0, 7-1, 4-1, 3-1, 4-0, 3-0, 6-0. Khan held them to 1. OM held them to 1 goal differential. Reims, Rennes. They put 5 up against Benfica, 5 against Nantes. So they're in the Kudu League, and they're in the Champions League quarterfinal. One of these days, we will beat them on a regular basis. It's just not going to be this season. If you liked what you seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer them as fast as I can. My name's FM Jellico, and I thank you for watching The Return Out Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 56.